One evening, she looked me straight in the eyes, her tone icy, her face void of any remorse, and said, "I don't have to be intimate with you." Her words cut through me like a knife. For years, I had carried the weight of our marriage on my shoulders, always giving, always trying, always hoping she would see me as her partner, her equal, her lover. But in that moment, a realization hit me hard. She didn't value me the way a husband deserves. And if she thought intimacy was optional, then I would show her that staying with her was optional too. Marriage comes with struggles, yes, but it also comes with love, affection, and a connection deeper than sharing a roof. Our story had begun like a fairy tale. We were young, full of dreams, madly in love. She held my hand like I was her anchor, kissed me as if she couldn't breathe without me, and laughed as if every word I said was the funniest thing in the world. I thought I had found forever, but forever began to fade, slowly at first, in ways I ignored. She grew distant. At first, I convinced myself it was stress, exhaustion, a rough patch. I cooked dinners, bought flowers, planned dates. I carried the load, thinking it was temporary. Weeks became months. Months turned into years of excuses. "I'm tired." "Not tonight." "I don't feel like it." Each rejection chipped away at me, but I still believed in us. Then came the night of her cruel confession. I reached out to hold her hand, craving even a small sign of closeness. She pulled away. I asked softly, "Do you even want me close to me anymore?" She didn't hesitate or flinch. She just said it plainly, "I don't have to be intimate with you." The look in her eyes wasn't guilt or sadness. It was defiance, almost pride. Something inside me broke. Not because I wanted to force her, but because the person I had promised my life to had decided my needs, my feelings, my role as her husband didn't matter. She wanted the benefits of marriage, the house, stability, companionship, but not the love, passion, and intimacy that make a marriage real. That night, I didn't fight. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I went silent. And in that silence, clarity came. If she didn't feel the need to give me intimacy, then I didn't need to give her my presence. If she thought she could live without a true husband, then she could try living without me at all. The next morning, I woke before her. I made coffee, but only for me. I packed a small bag, nothing dramatic, just a few essentials. I left my wedding ring on the table next to her untouched cup and walked out. No fights, no tears, no begging, just a quiet exit from a love that had died long before that moment. At first, she didn't notice. Days passed in silence. She must have assumed I was bluffing, that I'd return as I always did, ready to forgive, ready to try again. But I didn't. Instead, I focused on myself. I went to the gym, picked up old hobbies, and reconnected with friends who had faded into the background during my failing marriage. Slowly, the weight I had carried for years began to lift. Then the calls came. Short, sharp, demanding. "Where are you? When are you coming home?" I didn't answer. Days later, the messages softened. "Can we talk?" I didn't mean what I said. "Please come back." The woman who once said she didn't have to be intimate with me was now pleading for closeness. But I had changed. I realized intimacy isn't just physical. It's about love, respect, and effort. And if I had to beg for that in my own marriage, I wasn't truly loved. She wanted me back not because she had rediscovered love for me, but because she realized what life looked like when I finally stopped giving. Weeks later, she appeared at the apartment I had rented. She was crying, makeup smeared, voice trembling. She said she missed me, that she had been wrong, that she would change. For a moment, my heart ached. I remembered the girl I fell in love with, the woman I once believed was my soulmate. But then I remembered the coldness in her eyes, the way she dismissed my worth, and the years I had spent trying to fix something she never valued. I told her the truth. "You were right. You don't have to be intimate with me, and I don't have to stay with you." Her face crumbled. For the first time, I saw regret. But regret isn't love. It isn't enough to heal what was broken. Walking away was the hardest choice I ever made, but also the most freeing. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stop proving your worth to someone who refuses to see it. She thought intimacy was optional. I showed her that my love, loyalty, and presence were optional too. In the end, She lost more than a husband. She lost a man who would have given her the world. And I regained something I thought was gone forever. My dignity, my peace, and the freedom to find someone who understands that love without intimacy isn't love at all.